be our last video for the day. I'm sorry it ended up being a little longer than I thought it would be. How things go sometimes. But as Führer, which is what he calls himself as emperor, okay, Hitler transforms Germany into a totalitarian state. The Nazis arrested and eliminated all their political enemies. So there were different political parties, right? Just like Republicans and Democrats, there are several political parties in Germany. The Nazis, led by Hitler, have power. And imagine if Donald Trump started to, as president of the United States, started to right now have every Democrat arrested and put in jail. He started to arrest media outlets who spoke against him, right? This is the Germany Hitler creates. With this power, with Nazi control, his political party in control, he starts to eliminate his opposition in the country. Anybody who speaks out against the Nazis, anybody who preaches against his political party are arrested, put in jail, or eliminated completely. They burn books, as it says in the notes, and force children to join Nazi youth groups. They abolish labor unions and pass laws against German Jews. Okay, we'll talk about this more later, but one of the things that's kind of one of the backbones of his philosophy is he kind of needs a scapegoat. And throughout history, there have been a lot of anti-Semitism for a lot of different reasons. We can talk about that more when we get into class. Don't have time on this video. I know y'all are ready to go. But the Jews were a target for Hitler. He targets them and he blames them for a lot of the problems that Germany has in-house. And so as you see, he advertises his party. He raises the military and he starts to force Germany in line. Now, at the same time, while he does this, we're seeing a lot of the bad ways he did this. He's also very, very good at speaking to the public. He's got very good rhetoric skills, kind of like Mussolini did. He has the ability to empower people. He has the ability to play on people's emotions, right? This is a very emotional time for Germany. And he plays on this. This is why he gets elected in the first place. He plays on that because the people are hurting. The people are struggling, right? There's poverty. And so he says, let the government have control. Let me, the Nazi party, let us have control of your finances. Let us have control of the government. Let us have control of the economies. We'll create this massive socialist society where you give the Nazi party and us all control, and we together, right? Because you're giving the government your stuff, and you're giving the government the factors of production. You're giving the government all those things, and we together, because you've given us that, we will build Germany back up to a great military power, to a great economic power. And he plays off the vulnerability and the emotions of the German people. And so that's what I'm going to conclude with today is we see essentially the same kind of mentality taking place in both Italy and Germany. We see people who are resentful, people who are hurting, people who are struggling, and two leaders who want to change that. Two leaders who want to make their countries and put them back on top, and who have the ability to take those emotions, to take those vulnerabilities, and use their words to motivate people to backing them. And so tomorrow, I'm going to talk specifically about Japan. You'll see here, we'll talk about Japan and what their deal is, and then we're going to start talking about the first kind of acts of expansion and aggression that kind of starts World War II from Italy, Japan, and Germany. Thank you all for paying attention. Make sure you have the notes from these 5 slides, and I'll talk to you more tomorrow. See you guys.